Hello. Look at that. I'm going to look. There's some Academy members here, and I'm going to introduce yourselves.
I'm Sean.
Hey, Sean. How are you?
I'm great.
Are you having fun?
Oh, it's a blast.
Marvelous.
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 Yes, for me also marvelous. Ralph from Germany. Hi.
So, how far did you come?
8.5 kilometers.
8.5 kilometers. And then Scotty, how far did you come?
12 hours, I don't know.
That's pretty good.
9 kilometers, Scotty.
You can't ask an American about kilometers. Look, and there's Carmine. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Marvelous. And here we have a guitar player, Mr. Steve Dawson. How are you?
I'm very well.
Marvelous. And you've been, what have we done? We've done a lot.
We've done some acoustic, we've done some mando guitar, we've done some electric, we've done some pedal steel. Oh, we've done some high-strung Nashville style too.
Yeah, we've
Done it all.
done a lot. So can we talk about your setup a little bit here, if you don't?
Sure.
So what was this rather lovely Telecaster that we were just using? Not.
That's a Nash guitar Telecaster, a recent one. Beautiful, nicely built Tele replica.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, I think Tim Pierce has a Nash, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of people are using them around here and elsewhere. They're sort of, like replicas of very early Tele's Strats. He makes P basses as well, and I think Strat copies as well. It's kind of better than buying a Fender reissue. Kind of like the quality's a little better, hand built and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love them. They're really beautiful. So this is nice. You just got a small set, just like your.
Yeah.
It's really like all of the essentials. What have we got? We've got a box of rock here.
Yes, that's good for more distortion-y kind of stuff. Plus, there's a boost here that's really good on this one. I use that a lot.
Yep.
My favorite effect, the tremolo. I'm kind of experimenting with that pedal. It's kind of cool. I like it because it's small.
Fantastic.
Delay, overdrive, union compressor, and tuner, and that's a reverb pedal, and that's about it.
I'm going to come back to you in like 1 minute because I've got more to talk about, but I'm going to go and introduce somebody. So bear with me, everybody. Where's Glenn? We'll find Glenn. Here's Mark. You're streaming.
And streaming.
And streaming. So
Live streaming.
we're going to throw you to the walls and sit you down there
Yeah.
and ask you some questions.
All right. I'm happy to answer your questions, but probably first,
And Eric is going to come back and do some filming and pretend that he works for me. And I like teasing him when he can't hear me. We lost connection, but we're back in here. So, how are you? You good?
fabulous.
So, I don't know. Do you guys have questions because I'm going to say tell us about the academy and all that kind of stuff. But do you have questions that you want to ask?
Should I give a brief summary just in case?
I think a brief summary would be wonderful.
Hello, welcome to Blackbird. My name is Mark Rubel. My role here is I'm the co-director of the Blackbird Academy, which is a recording school, a 6-month intensive recording school that we have here at the Academy. The students spend a couple of weeks in the classroom with me learning stuff, and then alternate, and then come in here and spend a couple of weeks making records in Blackbird Studio, and then go back and learn the things. It's a combination of that. This is my 38th year of having a studio and making records and producing and engineering, and this is my 33rd year of teaching. I'm also a bass player.
He's staring at Glenn, and Glenn is like completely. I'm also a bass player. Silence.
Yeah. A qualified endorsement.
A qualified endorsement.
Yeah, and I do various other things. I'm in the process of writing a book for Howland. There is a book called The Great British Book.
It's just unfortunate there's, not enough mics.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? We back? Yeah, I should be back now. Sorry about this.
Mic selection's a little,
No signal inside the bunker. Well, we have a repeater here, you see, so it's supposed to be working. That was the whole point. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys, well, it's 100% now. Okay, cool. I just wanted to finish up here with Steve. Steve, tell us about your guitars here.
Sure. Well, I've got a 52 Gibson J50 here, which is a a nice acoustic guitar.
It's beautiful.
Uh,
Dumb question. What's the difference between a 45 and a 50?
The finish.
Oh, the
The
finish.
45 is a sunburst, and the 50 is a not sunburst.
Just a
Plain.
plain top.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. That's about it. That's
You got a dobro?
This is a 70s dobro that, yeah, it's kind of a cool one. Actually, I bought this from Greg Lees.
Nice. He's a wonderful man and a wonderful player.
This is a 1927 National Style O. Got
Beautiful.
some things. Then I've got a Strat here that's been mercilessly altered.
Oh, wow.
P90 in it and a lipstick tube and a Charlie Christian pickup.
Wow. That is mercilessly altered.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a Strat anymore, but it's cool.
It's great. And then we have the baritone that we were just using.
Yeah,
The Dan
Cherry
Electro.
Dan Electro baritone is cool. And then I've got this Hammertone Mando tar. These are made in Canada.
It's gorgeous.
Up until about 10 or 15 years ago, and now they don't make them anymore. So
Oh, that's a shame.
yeah. And then my pedal steel is a Williams. And
Oh, yes, this is gorgeous. So we're trackling. Trackling? That's my new.
Trackling.
Trackling. That's what you say when you do pedal steel.
it's tracking and cackling at the same time.
And we were just tracking this beautiful pedal steel. Williams. Gorgeous. So let's have a look at your pedals here for that. You got, what's the Hall of Fame?
That's
Oh,
just
it's a
reverb
delay.
pedal.
Oh, a reverb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then a flashback.
Yeah, just a little delay, and then that MXR phase is for like a real Merle Haggard country kind of thing, but we weren't using that. And then there's just an overdrive that occasionally, I don't use much of that with steel, but I've got it there in case we need it.
Oh, they're asking, yes, a Charlie Christian pickup.
Yes,
That's a Charlie Christian pickup.
yes, a Lawler Charlie Christian.
Who makes it?
Jason Lawler, he's a pickup winder in Portland, Oregon.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then, just because we're doing pedal steel, a couple of things I want to show you is we're actually using a 67, which was, I asked Steve as a pedal steel player what would he prefer, and I said, you want a 57? He's like, yeah, that'll work. And I said, anything else? He goes, well, 67. So here we have a U67. When in doubt, always ask the artist, especially when you're doing like pedal steel, which I've done, even though I've recorded Greg a bunch of times, not as often as I record guitars.
Uh-huh.
Pedal steel is not a daily thing for me, but we came to.
Pedal steel, you basically just treat it like a guitar. There's no difference really. They do different things to the amp, so it's going to sound a little different, but it's basically you mic a pedal steel amp as you would a guitar amp.
And everybody watching, this is what we did. You see what this is? What is this? Look at that. Okay, so what do we have up here? What have we been doing? We just recorded acoustic guitar with the VMS and a KM54. So you want to do a shootout. You can't get much better than a Neumann KM54 and a VMS. So we just did it.
Does the VMS have a 54 setting on it?
I haven't seen yet, but honestly, flat without anything, this sounds really good.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds
Just
really,
as a
really good.
Natural mic, you mean? Like
It's a natural mic,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. So basically, everybody watching, we're gonna show you what this sounds like. It's pretty fantastic. I was very impressed. Yeah. I believe it's the biggest selling mic in the world.
Really?
Yeah, he just basically sold out because it's just so affordable.
Yeah.
And absolutely amazing. Okay, so look at this crazy mic setup. Because this is what we do is we do this for Academy members. So what we do is with the Academy members, we don't offer it to the general public, and we do a master class about 3 times a year. We do one at Sunset Sound, we do one at my own studio, we do mixing, and then we do one here. And so 3 master classes, and only goes to Academy members. And what we've done this time is we have done every single miking technique you can think of with all different kinds of mics. So let me explain what we've got. First of all, we've got Glyn Johns. So we have, and this is a Mytek mic, So yes, it's a beautiful kit. It is a Vistalite. It's a Ludwig Vistalite with a 26-inch kick. And we've got another one up here for the Glyn Johns. And then we've got a Coles out here. So we basically set up a Glyn Johns technique. Just going to turn it around. So we've got the Glyn Johns set up like that. The food has arrived. Oh, it has? Are you watching the other live streaming, Anne? We have 2 live streamings going at once here. Yeah, and then what we've got... Oh, I know, they're amazing here. Hi there, Alexi. Oh, and everybody, please like and share so we can let the world know we're here. Okay, and then I asked Lowell, because what you should do when you go to a studio you're not familiar with... Oh, ours is hopefully arriving too. I asked him what does he do for rooms, and he said he puts up a pair of RCAs. And so that's what we've got here. So we did his miking as well. Okay, now, Matt McGlynn, as you know, is a very good friend and an amazing mic manufacturer. We're using his as a kit mic, and we're putting it up against a FET 47 there. We've got a D112 inside just for the rockness. On the outside here, of course, we've got the Coles. So there's a lot of love, a lot of attention going on with that kick. Hey, Brian. And then this is what I've never heard before. Do you know these mics? The Josephson. Look at these on the toms. It sounds phenomenal. So I'm not using top and bottom mics. I'm only using them on the tops, and it sounds amazing, the Josephson. So anyway, because we're doing an academy here, a masterclass, we're going to give away a year's membership to the academy. So what I want you to tell me is, if you only had one mic on a drum kit, what would you have? What one mic would you have to record drums? And please like and share. What mic? What is your favorite mic on drums? All right, we'll keep going on mics then. All right, so we're getting silly. So what we did is we also did this side cymbal technique with Coles. You see here? 57, lots of 57s when you ask them about one mic. So, and there's another Coles opposite here. And these are the cymbal mics. But they're one of 2 pairs of cymbal mics. We also have a pair of U67s over the top, measured in phase with the snare. And I know that's completely over the top, but that's the whole point of doing this. It's doing it so that the students can take away every miking technique and play with it. Every single miking technique you can think of. Next up on the snare is we double mic'd it with a 451 and a 57. Here, we did the same thing on the hi-hat, which I always do. And then, of course, another 57 underneath. We did think about changing it out, but we use a 57 underneath. So these Josephsons are pretty amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing tom mics. Really, really blown away. Please like and share. I see there's 239 people watching at the moment. If you can like and share, that would be amazing. I know I didn't give anybody any warning going on online. I just kind of went on, so it's growing nicely there. There's some M50s for rooms. SM7, yeah, the other SM7, good notice, good spot. The other SM7 is actually the Cameron Webb trick, which you got from Terry Day, which is to put the SM7 on the edge of that's actually the hi-hat mic. Believe it or not, that is a hi-hat mic. So we're printing 3 different hi-hat mics. Now, obviously, we're not going to use all these mics at once. But what we are going to do is hear all the different ways of recording drums at once. We have 64 potential inputs on drums. So when the students take this away, they're going to be able to mix either Glyn Johns or my style or Cameron's or the way that they record drums here at Blackbird. Normally they're going to have every single, yes, it's a major mic shootout. It's a really good opportunity to hear whatever he does. We also experimented with mic pre's and with compressors and with EQ and everything. Yeah, you name it, it's cheap and expensive. Okay, so here's another fun one. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Ron. Yes, thank you. It is a great idea. And so this is the other drum setup. So we had 2 drums set up. So here, now this is kind of a fun thing. This is like the tea towel idea. And the company is called, we're going to talk about them because they do a great thing. It's called Roots EQ. And you lay that over the tom. And it deadens it down. So we put it on the snare and it was phenomenal. So this little, yes, the tracks will be available on the Academy. So the tracks will be, so if you're an Academy member, you'll be able to do all of this. And if you're an Academy member, you can also join the masterclass as well. And we did live streaming as well for everybody, live streaming the whole event. So anyway, so what we did here is if you look at this room, look at this room. See how small it is? It's pretty tiny. It's really not even the size of a bedroom. It's tiny. Please like and share, by the way. I'd really appreciate it. So we have a little Ludwig kit in here and a little tiny room. Little tiny room. So we did some really fun stuff. So we did, first of all, you know, like 57 on the snare. And you might wonder why there's two. I'll explain it in a minute. And we had, you guessed it, a D19 for the overhead. Oh, the bandana is called Roots EQ. Roots EQ. It's like $20, and so far the people I know who bought them haven't actually have said that they haven't even worn one out yet. So that's pretty darn good. Yeah, so that's the whole idea. So we're doing the big room and we're doing the tiny room. Okay, so Roots EQ. Anyway, so we've got the D19 and we've got Royers as one pair of overheads. Then we've got a D30 down there. So that's giving us a really, really fun, over the top, like, you know, very vintage sound. So 4 mics on the drum kit. 4 mics. Kick, overhead, snare. Right, so that's giving us one. And then, no, it's gorgeous. Right, but what else are we doing? Look, we're doing the Shure drum package. And that Shure drum package is like a $600 drum package. See? So you can buy that. And that is going into a laptop setup. So what we're doing is we're allowing people to record a nice drum kit in a little tiny room, and we're doing it with expensive mics and with really, really expensive mic preamps and compressors. And we're also doing it with a $600 Shure drum mic package at the same time going into an inexpensive 8-input I/O and just straight into a DAW. So we're simulating and we're teaching people how to record and get sounds that are just as good on inexpensive gear as expensive gear. That's what we do here in the Academy, and that's what we do in the masterclass. So please like and share. Let's see, there's 216. Yeah, we did this at sunset, but we didn't do it over 3 days, and we didn't get to shoot out every single thing. We were spending 3 days doing this. So these guys are really, yeah, this is really phenomenal. This is a masterclass that we're teaching here at Blackbird. But yeah, did you see the amount of mics that we got on the drum kit? So we're doing shooting out all of these things here. And we're allowing everybody who's an Academy member to get these files and do their own mixes. Pretty phenomenal. Okay, on the piano, hopefully we don't lose connection. So we don't want to get too far away, but on the piano, I hope we don't use connection. Okay, this is the problem with going in these big iron doors. Hopefully you can still see me. On the piano, we have a pair of 87s, just like we do at Harmony, like we do with Adele. Okay, but we also have a Lewitt 640. And that, see the way it's sitting there? So we're printing that in stereo. And it sounds phenomenal. I love the U87s, but it's unbelievable how colored they are. And they're $3,000 each. And this is a few $100, and this sounds amazing. It sounds absolutely amazing. Really, really happy with that. So if you want a great stereo piano mic, highly, highly recommend it. See, Tom just came in with the Lewitt logo. Yeah, so we're using the 640 TS on the piano. This is a great room. I mean, they have a whirly here, just sitting in the room, ready to go. They have this beautiful upright. And of course, they have this Yamaha C7, which, as you know, I use one as well. So yeah, it's been pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. The whole idea of doing the academy and doing the masterclass is so that people can learn in real time and really using real gear and decide what they prefer the sound of. And if we're using like, 50 grand's worth of equipment up against $500 worth of equipment, and we're realizing that it's about the creativity and the parts and all of that kind of stuff, mostly. So it's really kind of wonderful. Really, really blessed. Oh, I hear you, but the 640 you're going to absolutely love. So let's do another giveaway. This is for a year membership of the Academy. Like I say, we only do the masterclass for Academy members. I don't open it up to the general public. And the reason why we do that is because our Academy is all about it's not about numbers. It's not about having thousands of people and making millions of dollars. Our Academy is about creating community. It is all about creating community. We want people to come together and help each other. It's all about community. People here, we've got 20 people here noticing that I still answer every single one of my YouTube comments. We had Joe Gilder come down earlier. Joe Gilder was here. Got Mark Rubel in at the moment. Tomorrow, Reed Shipham's coming down to talk to all the Academy members. The ones we did at Sunset, we had Shelley Yakus. We had Cameron Webb. We had Ulrich Wild come down. It's all about community and sharing. And so, so let's do another giveaway for a year. Thank you ever so much, Alexi. Let's do a year's giveaway for the Academy so you can see what we do there. What question do I want to ask? Oh, there's so much wonderful gear here. So much amazing equipment in Blackbird. It's insane. If you only had one piece of equipment, let's just say your studio, whether it be a home studio, was catching fire, and you had to grab one piece of gear, and it could be a musical instrument, anything, just one thing, what would it be? What would it be if you could only have one piece of equipment? Oh, my hard drives, guitars, that's interesting. The console, Avatone mic, Les Paul, JCM 2000, guitar, hard drive, my guitar, Steinway, my wife. Oh, I know. Well, the wife, BAE 1173, thank you ever so much. Sewer guitar, Gibson Les Paul, Telecaster, Lindhoff, my guitars, M49, the Nord, MacBook, custom lefty, upright bass, 1176, Neve, Dogs, Fender 12, Les Paul, Yamaha CP70, that's a good one. Who said Yamaha CP70? Ah, Jacqueline. That's funny. Should have guessed it was you. So Jacqueline is an amazing artist who was going to be our singer here. But she is in Cupertino at the moment. Probably you can guess what she's doing there if she's up in that famous town. And her and her husband are very kind, and we're staying at their place. And she's an amazing artist, so go and check her out. Incredible singer. Lauren says, guitars, acoustic guitar, PV Raptor, tube screener, my couch. You're in between sessions. Well, that's good. We didn't get you in trouble then. You're very welcome, Jacqueline. Thank you. My dad's 69 Super Reverb. Hard drives will they survive a fire safe? I doubt it. CD balance and account, my reference. More guitars. Live room. You would grab your live room? That's funny. Grab yourself, piano, the stuff behind the bar, backup hard drive. Depends on the size. Laptop and hard drives. Well, a lot of hard drives. That was good. Pedal board. This is fun doing it from here. You have to apologize. We're in the middle of doing all this work and stuff like this. I just didn't want to ignore everybody and not do a live stream. It's what we do after all. So please, I see that there's about 300 people online, 130 likes. Please like and share. That would be absolutely amazing. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Oh, you'd grab the fire extinguisher. Nicely done, Colin. Probably my $5,000 pedal board. Coffee. Yes. So have you got any questions of me? I'm in Blackbird and I'm recording and I'm doing, full-blown Academy stuff here. Paul Guitars. You got any questions of me while we're here? It's a good chance to ask some questions. Where's Mr. McBride? He's coming to see us. He's coming to see us. The drummer. Our tracks available on the Academy now. Not these ones yet, but they will be. Do I have a favorite room in Blackbird? Yes, this one. Studio D is my favorite room. That's why we're here. I wanted to be in our favorite room. So, yeah, favorite room is Blackbird. We had, do I use MyLab? No, but these MyTechs are really, really good. I think the things we found out was the 640 TS is amazing on piano. We love it. We love the MyTech. How much for a day at Studio D? I think it's 1,500 or something. How do I feel about the Academy? I mean, my Academy I absolutely love. And I like the Blackbird Academy as well. I think it's really, really good. Yeah, the Focusrite sitting on the chair is what we were using for recording. Here it is. This is what we were using to record. This is what we were recording the Shure mics with. Because the whole idea is to give everybody the experience, to let them hear all of these different miking techniques. Every single miking techniques. They do offer tours, yes. You can book and they will show you a tour. So we're doing every single miking technique you could imagine, with all of the different mics that you can imagine recording it. And then also a small kit in here in a small room. So it's like the size of a small room that anybody would have. This room is small. I don't know if you can tell just how tiny it is. It's like I'm up against the back wall now. That's how small it is. I'm facing the back wall. And then all of these incredible mics. You've got the fancy D19, which is, you know, is not a very expensive mic. And then a D30, and then we've got the Shure drum package mic. So we get to see what it's like recording, you know, in a small room like this, or recording in a huge room with every single mic imaginable. So it's a really, really great opportunity. All right, let's do that last giveaway. Talk more about the room mics. Okay, the room mics that we chose are M50s. And what I did is I like M50s, and this is what I would do. They're measured in phase with the snare. But I also asked Lowell, who's like been the main assistant engineer here since 2003. He's worked with everybody. And I asked him, where would you put mics? And that's what you should do. No, I don't, but nice question, GS. Do you think I'm slow? It's quite funny. I asked Lowell because essentially he's made so many albums in here with so many great producers and engineers. I wanted to know what people do, and this is what they do. People love the M150s, but they also like these ribbons down here. And this is one of Lowell's tricks. You see the two ribbons? I'm try and turn it. See the two ribbons? There's like one here and one there. See the two ribbons? So it was wonderful that you got to see what these ribbons would do. We got 3 coals up here. 3 sets of coals. There's one there. Another coal's there. Another coal's there. Then we've got U67s over the top. And then we've got this MyTech here. Another MyTech at the back. Can you see it hiding out at the back down there? And those are in the configuration for Glyn Johns. So we got to see all of it. 304 people, amazing. 160 likes. Can you please, can we get those likes and shares up? I'd really appreciate it. So, and we'll go once over for the people that just came in. And then there's the Williams pedal steel. And we're going to do, and this is what's going to be really, really cool. We're going to do, when we do vocals, we're going to shoot out 9 mics. 9 mics. We're going to do the Slate VMS. We're going to do U47, 251, and everything. We're going to do a Lewitt 940. We're going to do the Mini K47. We're going to do all of the mics that you want to hear. Cheap, expensive, mid-price, you name it. We're doing, yes, the Slate VMS. We've done it. If you weren't, I was earlier when I first came in. Look what we did. We got Stephen's VMS here up against a KM54. And we were recording a Martin and a 50s Martin and a 50s Gibson with one of the greatest guitar players in the world up against a VMS up against a KM54. Yeah, it really took off. So we're doing everything. We're doing it all. And we're going to do it on the vocals. You're going to get to hear and see what the differences are. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So it's really, really, really cool. Yeah, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Hey, Will. So let's do the last giveaway. And this is for a year's membership to the Academy. We've got about 30 or 40 multi-tracks in there. We're going to put these ones in there. There's going to be a lot of stuff to choose from. A lot of stuff. And best thing about the Academy is it's one of the best communities ever. We're not all about like trying to get thousands of people in there and make millions of dollars from it. It's not that short-sighted. It's really about community, and it's about helping each other. Oh, the hi-hat mic? Yeah, I'll show you the hi-hat mic. Hello there in South Africa. So, yeah, this is the hi-hat miking. So I'm double miking with a 451 and a 57. That's my trick I've been doing for years. But here, we've also done another one for us to hear. It's an SM7 off axis. Look at that. It's a Cameron Webb trick. And he got that from Terry Date. So that's a pretty tasty one. Pretty amazing. And look, here's Paul. Paul, do you want to live stream? We haven't really got any choice because I just stuck the camera in your face.
The timing is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Hey, it was a pleasure working with you, brother.
It's a pleasure working with you.
I want to do it some more. What about this kit, right?
Yeah, tell us a bit about this.
Well, that's the classic Vista Light. Now, this badge, and you've probably seen that, Warren, the olive.
Oh, yeah.
So this 70s era. And this kit's in really good shape. The only thing that isn't on are, you know, the internal muffles that can be installed.
Right.
The little felt when you turn and tighten it up.
When you did it on the snare yesterday, mine's never worked.
Yeah.
And it immediately made me think, I've got to do that.
Yeah, so I changed it out, didn't I? But the baseball bat muffle,
Yeah.
they tend to want to, if you're hitting lots
Yeah.
of rim shots, they want to fall off. So I just use, and now
Yeah.
here's the trick, is I'll take gaff tape,
Yeah.
hold the muffle up, and then put it over onto the head.
Wow.
So it kind of, I don't know, it's just something I've always done. And it's
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
never moves.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And we're using these reissue.
Yeah, this is what, you know what, thanks. I wanted to talk about them, but I couldn't remember all the details. So tell us about these.
Okay, so in the 50s, their formula, Avitas Zildjian, he started the company, or one of the sons. My info may be not correct on the actual founder, but I believe it was Avitas.
Yeah.
It's all on their site. But they reissued that formula, the brass tin ratio and the
Yeah.
hammering, the whole thing. So this is a throwback to their early thin, dark cymbals, which in
Right.
the studio, they're just phenomenal. I think in here, Warren,
I loved it.
we
yeah.
go for the cymbals kind of doing their thing and getting out of the way, right?
Yeah.
They're not walking all over everything. And these do that well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the hi-hats, and these are 16.
16s.
I mean, you'd think they'd be the loudest thing you've ever heard, but they're just
Very
beautiful.
crispy. I was surprised too.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely gorgeous, and they look beautiful because they've got a little bit more of a bronzeness to them.
And they actually ask you not to clean them. You can wipe them off, but no cleaner.
No cleaner, yeah. I've heard that. They're asking you to play.
Like right now,
Yeah.
we won't disturb anything.
I'll shut this door. They're not record.
You should stand in the chamber. It sounds ridiculous.
Oh yeah, let's stand in the chamber. Okay, I'll give you a quick idea of what this is.
You can find some sticks.
No.
You may have to keep talking while I go get sticks.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. So,
Yeah, I'll be right back, Warren.
no problem.
Throw down some Zeppelin.
Absolutely. So I'm going to tell people a little bit about this room. So this room is Studio D. It's a Studio D at Blackbird. Why is this well known? Well, it's well known. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people have made albums here. Hundreds of people have made albums. What it's most famous for, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is the Kings of Leon, the big Kings of Leon record. And Jaqua King did that obviously in this room. He was the engineer on that record, and it's got a great, great drum sound. Why has it got a great drum sound? Well, obviously great mic selection, great drummer, great drums, etc., great room. But this is why. We come in here, we're in this chamber. 1, 2. I'm gonna flip this up. Yeah, that's how high the ceiling is. So I'm gonna come down, 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 door, ground. So we have a C24 in here. That's pretty dark, but that is an AKG C24, and it's in the room. They also, as you can see, have a cab in here so you could feed anything back in here. So I'm going to stand in this chamber while Paul plays some drums. So you're going to hear the drums in this chamber. Yeah! That's good. Give us another one. It's amazing. It's amazing. Cozy Pal. We love Cozy Pal.
Black Beauty, Owen Warren using the control sound, black dot heads, classic sound.
By the way, a whole bunch of people said rainbow when you started playing.
Excellent.
Yes. They know their drums. So everything you can hear is this chamber, everybody. 1. So on an iPhone. So if it sounds good on an iPhone, imagine what it sounds like on an AKG C24.
Right.
Let alone an iPhone.
I would love to hear that on the iPhone.
Yeah. I know, it's probably pretty amazing.
I bet it
There was a lot of wows came up. It's pretty amazing. This room, and then of course you've got a nice high ceiling, which is the secret to a big drum sound, as we find out. I remember being in the old record plant in Sausalito, and their room actually stopped like here. It's gone now, the plant, unfortunately. It stopped about here, so it's really narrow. And then I looked up, and it was a really super high ceiling. And that's where they did a lot of Metallica. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I never have been in there.
I think it's gone. It's gone,
You're
unfortunately.
right. I remember hearing that. I think I heard that from you.
Yeah, it's a real shame. But this is a beautiful kit. Please like and share, everybody. I'd really appreciate it. Let the world know we're on live. This is amazing.
Yeah, if they're ever in Nashville, they can come here and play it, or rent it if they like.
I mean, you've got a few drums to rent, haven't you? Couple.
52 kits, 150 snares. And,
Wow.
and they all range. We've got it like from the early 1900s to modern. Yeah, I mean, our owner, John, he is the gear guy. He's not a drummer, but he loves drums, and he really knows good drums. So
Oh yeah, it's
my
phenomenal.
job is pretty awesome.
It's a fun job. So what do you have here? What snares do we
that's,
put up?
one of your guys brought in his
Okay.
his Donette drum, so that's a chrome over brass.
Oh wow.
And that's something that he does really well. Donette, it's a titanium drum. I have
Wow.
one of those as well. It's light but loud.
Wow.
Cool
Amazing.
drums. Yeah.
And then this is the
That's the bell brass classic Tama. Now, this one's a little different than some, Warren. It has these cast brass hoops,
Yeah,
and it's a different configuration. Look how wide that is.
yeah. That's amazing.
That
yeah.
drum is not light. It's a big chunk of brass.
Oh, yeah. It's a big chunk of brass.
And so bell brass is a ratio as well. I think it's 80% brass, 20% tin.
Oh, wow.
Something, whatever the bell brass ratio, copper or brass and tin.
And then we have this beautiful Black Beauty.
Classic. That's probably from early 2000s.
Yeah,
More
they're
modern drum.
Yeah, but they're
They
absolutely
never
gorgeous.
changed it, and it's been copied more than any drum.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
26.
That's those heads, the control sounds. They just work on these Vista lights.
Right.
And that's a 24.
Oh, it's a 24. Of course it
24
is.
by
Yeah.
14.
24, and I've got the same. I've got this exactly the same kit, but only one floor. Should have known that. 2 racks, one
Oh,
floor.
yours is. I didn't know you had a 24. Cool.
Yeah, and it's
It's my
blue,
favorite.
and it's blue, and I still have the pink stickers on it. Factory
Oh,
seconds.
right on. Right
Yeah,
on.
I got it on eBay about 20 years ago when nobody knew,
Yeah.
and nobody cared about them now. No.
This is just some tape to keep the screw from rattling because
Yep.
you have a. But I don't really like mounting anything on the kick. Takes a little energy away from it.
Everybody loves that blue. Yeah, the blue is gorgeous. It's funny because I have recorded a blue Vista light so many times, but nobody's ever said that's a plastic drum kit. I've never heard a single person.
That's what it is. PVC, man.
Yeah, nobody has ever commented on it. So we went crazy on the mics, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
You know, I was really blown away by the Glenn Johns technique using these Mitex because they're not cheap, but they're not expensive. So it's always nice when you find a little.
Yeah.
You know, people want to do I'd say we do giveaways. They say, what about the drums? Nah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well,
There may be some guys that would do that, but not these.
not these, no.
Yeah, these guys make quality stuff. We use a lot of it. And these Josephsons, how did you like those?
Amazing. I was actually really blown away by these. I was a little skeptical, you know, top only and the way that they're
Yeah.
pointed. This is what I went with Lowell. He was like, no, this is how they sound good. And I was like, what about the stick?
Right.
Heard the
Yeah,
stick great.
normally, like on my
Yeah.
Sennheisers, I try to get into this area. And
There's-
I'm using those, what are they, Warren? The 602s that clip, or 604s?
Oh, those are great. Yeah.
clip on.
Yeah, I think the problem is that we've all been led to believe that 421s are the best tom mics.
Yeah.
They're not, and it's almost like you know, NS10s, which I love, but we sort of like start to think that there's NS10s are great. Don't get me wrong, but we realize that actually there are other things.
You know,
There is other gear.
I'm glad you mentioned NS10s because I remember seeing them in every studio.
Yeah,
I was running deliveries for a rental company back in the 80s, and that's kind of my introduction into really what goes on.
Yeah.
As a drummer, there's that side. But I'd always see NS10s, and I'd
Yeah.
hear them, and I'm like, why do they like those so much?
yeah.
And I guess if it sounds good on those, sounds good anywhere kind of thing, but
Yeah, I think that's true, but you get what I used to jokingly call NS10 ears, because it's a 7 dB lift about 1.5. So if snare drums don't sound offensive and guitars don't sound offensive, then your mix is awful. You have to get it crack, and snares have to be like crack, crack.
okay.
So you get used to them, but the problem is then you go to a regular pair of speakers and you're confused.
Exactly. Do you remember the Oratones? They were-
I do remember Oratones, yeah.
So what was the deal with those? Is it
I think that-
low volume?
Probably that, but I think just because, you know, people were listening to AM radios and TVs and things that didn't have
Ah,
tweeters.
yeah,
You know,
Right.
you know, old TVs just used to have. I remember the first old TV I ever saw had an oval speaker in it.
That's awesome.
Goodness knows what that was about. But
Reminds
yeah,
me of Jensen's in my car.
yeah. And my friend Matt Butcher is like an amazing live engineer, and he used to mix The Word, which was a TV show in England. And he just ripped out his TV speakers, put them in homemade boxes, and mixed for TV on TV speakers.
Brilliant.
And if you ever saw The Word in England, which you probably weren't there, it was the best sounding show. Because he knew, because it was pre 5.1, it was pre home, whatever you want to call it, home theater. So he was just smart. So I think Matt the Butcher, Matt Butcher.
That's those the kind of guys that think outside the box. Man.
Yeah.
I love it. And make their own.
Yeah. Cool. All right, one more giveaway for the one for a year's at the academy. Now, what can we do? What can I do? You think of a good music question? I've asked so many.
Trying to think of one I would ask. You mean music?
Could be recording. Could be like microphone. What's your favorite? I've done favorite mics. I've done.
Have you done phase?
Yeah. What would be the question?
I would just want people to ask, what is phase?
Oh, I think
Is that too easy?
No. I think that we'll have too many varying ideas, and we'll probably have people fighting that it wasn't the right answer.
All right, so we busted out our mic clickers here. Have you
Yeah.
gone over that before?
No, but
Phase with clickers?
yeah,
Easy.
I think we need.
Simple.
But like, ask a question, like a general question, to find out about people. So like, what's their favorite microphones? What are their favorite, things? Stuff like that, because it's good for us, because it helps the community, and they all talk to each other and go, oh yeah, I like that mic
One
too.
is like, I've heard a lot of varying ideas, but the classic Alex Van Halen snare drum. Now, is that really a secret, or would Alex say how he got it, how he got that sound?
I don't know.
Because it's very Alex. You can kind of tell it's him.
What is it? Tell us.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I'd like to find out.
I don't know. I have the track
I know
sheets.
the guy that would know.
Right, I know guys that would know as well. I don't know who his current tech is.
Yeah. Todd was his tech for a long time. He's out with Dax with Cheap Trick, and they're coming to town.
I love Cheap Trick. Yeah, Howard's probably working with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Question: what are concert toms?
Oh, okay, yeah. What are concert toms? And you can, and I'm gonna. But the thing is, I'm gonna have to choose the winner, Matt, because I know what concert toms are, but I don't know if Matt, who's on the other end of this, knows what concert toms are.
It's a technique we do with Howard. It's
Yeah.
more than just the way the drum's set up. It's the way you mic them and everything. But
Definitely how to mic 'em.
yeah.
But how do you in 30 seconds create a concert tom? Yeah, there's one right answer. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they're much. Well, I'm not going to say yeah. All right.
I'll go grab one so we can
Go and grab one, yeah. I've chosen my winner, but I'm going to. Well, I'll keep going. I'm not going to choose. Keep going. Keep going. Keep guessing. I'm going to wait until he gets back, and I'm going to scroll through. Anne just answered the phase question. I'm going to scroll through afterwards and pick somebody at random. They got it right. There's some good answers. So David the Killer Bee is very honest. All right. I'm going to choose scrolling. I'm going to choose. Keep saying. All right. I've chosen Jacques Duplessis. Is that right? That's Jacques spelled JACQUESDU space PLESSIS. Jacques Duplessis. Are you hearing that? Do you find that name as well, Matt, so you can type it in properly? So you have won. Yes, the simple answer, and I think it's okay to go with it, is no bottom head. Very 70s. Very 70s. Now, Paulie has gone off to get one to show us a concert tom. So that'll be fun. Paulie is a session drummer, and he's also runs the rental department here, and basically kind of keeps the place. One of the guys
So you
keeps the
got
place.
your winner?
Yeah, I got the winner.
Well, this is the secret. This is the magic. So that's a classic 60s Ludwig.
Yep.
So I cut the bottom head, the resident head out.
Yeah.
The reason I did that, if I just take that hoop off,
Yeah.
the collars will rattle.
Ah.
So I put the hoop back on.
Oh, nice.
Still a concert tom, as you can see.
Yeah.
But this too, the Evans hydraulic,
Yeah.
is magic.
Ah.
It's magic when you do this. And
So what's
then
it called? It's
Evans hydraulic.
nice.
It's been around forever.
Okay. So that's the secret sauce.
That's the secret, man.
Well, I already gave a shout out twice, but I'm going to do it for a third time because it was early. And also, you can tell us a bit more about it. I already gave them a shout out, but we'll do it again.
Oh yeah, the Roots EQ.
Yeah, because I know you're a fan, and we're a fan.
Yeah, that's my buddy Adam. Makes these in lots of shapes and sizes. He'll love that you're doing this. It's really cool. But it's a really great idea because it's we do a lot of muffling techniques.
Yeah.
This is a really quick way to get like the
Tea
full
towel.
Beatles tea towel.
Yeah.
bar. Now I also use real tea towels, and sometimes, Warren, I'll just cover about this much of the drum.
They're asking to hear it, so I suppose either this one or the one out there.
Yeah, well, really a good way is on the snare. Let me go grab a stick.
It's pretty amazing. Well, you get a cleaner tune. It's all right. So can you describe what exactly the difference is? Not just that you take off the bottom head. What sonically is the difference on a concert tom?
Well, it's the air escapes the drum,
Yeah.
and so it's a lot of. What would be a good way to describe it? Listen to the intro to "In the Air of the Night," Phil Collins.
Oh, those are concert toms?
Yeah, it takes that resonance out of the equation,
Right.
so that the sound goes out and goes away.
Right.
So it's a lot of attack, but a lot of the tone of the head.
Right.
The head makes a huge difference because
Yeah.
I've set up concert toms with just single plies.
Yeah.
The hydraulic head is 2 plies worn with oil in between.
Oh, okay.
So it's
The
2
Evans
pieces of
hydraulic.
plastic and then a little bit of oil in between. Acts as like a muffling.
Nice.
It's durable,
Great.
but that just works. The heads that resonate long, they sound not so
Right.
good
I see.
on a concert tom.
On a concert tom.
Those control sounds work well too on concert toms.
Oh, okay. Great.
You'll
Well,
see that a lot.
let's go back to this Roots
Yeah,
EQ.
This thing's fabulous. You can get a whole
Just-
different vibe in 2 seconds. So you go from this old snare. You got it tuned low for the track.
Yep.
Check this out.
So good.
Instantly transforms it.
Yeah, it's total. It becomes the Eagles.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
These shoes with the tom, super dead.
Yeah.
Now for our particular track, it was a little too dead.
Yeah,
so
it
we
was.
went with this.
Well, I think it would have been okay, but we were favouring just a pair of overheads, and it just reduced the
Right.
volume. If I'd
Oh,
close
that's
mic'd
right.
it,
That's right.
these close mics were actually going to the laptop setup.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I love the way that snare sounds.
Isn't it great? Just, you know what else it does? Is it feels different. It calmed me down.
Yeah.
I played the track. With the sound made me play it differently. It put
Right.
me in a vibe, and you were looking for that more
Sure.
slinky thing,
Yeah.
and we got there. This helped me get there.
Right.
It was a mental thing as well. Fabulous invention.
Yeah.
So it's a piece of wire, so it's weighted down.
Yeah.
They also make a version, and I think I said this, but it's just the ring. So you only have this part, which is more like an E-ring that Evans puts out. Those are great. So it's a plastic ring like this.
Was Icky Thump done here? I'm being asked.
Don't know.
He doesn't know, so we
Before
can't.
my time.
Yeah, that was before his time.
Lowell would probably know.
Yeah, Lowell's been here since 2003. He'd probably know.
He's worked on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, fantastic.
You know, the old Motown trick too is to take an old head and turn it upside down and put it on top of the snare drum.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I've never actually tried
Make it
that.
real fat. It's great.
That and a wallet.
Wallet, it's perfect. This is a different vibe, though. I mean, it's a very even muffling. Works really well, and it's deceiving what it sounds like here and what the close mics get. You get way more tone than you think you are.
Yeah, I can believe it.
So they're really cool.
All right, we're nearly there. I'm gonna go have some lunch in a second.
Yeah, well, hey, Warren, I just want to say it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Can't wait till next time.
I know. Well, we want to do
you
this.
guys.
We want to do this all the time. This is a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for watching. Please do me a favor and like and share. Just because I know I did this completely impromptu. This is what we did, and we sent out an email 10 minutes before to say we were going live. That's kind of what happens, you know. What was the Motown trick again? Wallet on the snare. A wallet on the snare. You put a wallet on there. You're welcome, Anne. You're welcome, Gregory. I will, see you later as well. Have a lovely day. Thanks, Chef. Thanks very much. But yeah, please share this. I'd really appreciate it. You know, I do these impromptu things, and I love being able to do this because I want to share what we're doing all the time. So this is, looks like the food has arrived because everybody's left the control room. So I'm going to go and eat. And thank you. I think we'll go on Facebook Live because that's easy a little later. But please stay on YouTube. They like it when you stay on YouTube people. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing. Thank you ever so much. Please share, like it, do all of those kind of good things. You're all marvelous. If you're not already an Academy member, please join. We only do the masterclass for Academy members just because it's all about community and we want everybody that comes here to get on and be really good. We're trollless. We don't have any trolls in there. We're very, very blessed. It's a really, really great place. So thank you. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing. I really appreciate it. Congratulations to everybody that won a free year membership. And I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing. And thank you ever so much, Blackbird. Thank you, John McBride, for having us. Thank you, of course, to Mark Rubel, who put everything together because he's a rock star, and Paul Lee Simmons, who was just here for playing drums and setting everything up for us. Thank you, everybody. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing.